Item D, receive report and recommendation from the Park and Recreation Commission regarding improvements to the Catalpa Tot. Randy.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor and council members.
No trains.
No trains.
No trains.
Approximately 5 years ago, the last pieces of playground equipment.
Randy, the chair next to you is right now.
Looks like you added something to the line.
No trains, but one chair. Yeah. And we will turn that chair into a bench eventually. Approximately 5 years ago, the last piece of playground equipment were removed from Catalpa Park due to the fact that they no longer met the National Playground Safety Standards. During the consideration of immediately reinstalling equipment, a USA survey revealed a 30-inch gas line. PG&E regulations prohibit the installation of any hard surface, including playground equipment, directly on the gas line, over the gas line, or within 5 feet of the gas line on either side. And the blue line here depicts the area of the gas line plus the 5-foot sections on either side. 2 years ago, the commission held public discussions regarding improvements to the property, and upon hearing a discrepancy of opinions from the residents in the area, the commission recommended no action at that time. Last year, the commission continued discussions of the site, and then in June and July of this year held public meetings, invited the public to come, and after hearing from over a dozen speakers and considering multiple options for the site, both for the vacant lot and for the basketball court that is directly across the street from it, the commissioners made a motion and approved a motion to restore the lot as a playground. The plan was developed with playground equipment. It was presented to the joint meeting of the City Council and the Park and Recreation Commission in September. Council members spoke in favor of the playground concept, but asked staff to develop a lower cost option. A scaled back plan was approved by the commission in October, and that plan includes surfacing, equipment installation, signage, bench, trash receptacle, and the surfacing of this basketball court. The plan that was presented to the commission is in keeping with our other playgrounds at some of the other pocket parks. And here at 7th and Walnut, you can see the one piece of equipment with the single swing set. Here at Fleetwood, same thing. This would be similar to what would be considered a Catalpa with a single piece of equipment and the swing set. And lastly, at Herman Park with the single piece of equipment and the swing set. Staff's recommendation is to support the commission's recommendation to rebuild the lot as a playground and to place the item in the 2010-2011 CIP budget. And there are members of both the commission and the public who spoke at the commission meetings. They're both here in our audience tonight, and I'd be happy to answer any questions.
Any questions of staff?
Through the chair.
I'm
sorry.
sorry.
At the study session, you did provide a preliminary plan of the. Is that still very similar, or is that the plan that you're going to use because of the?
We would be presenting this plan here. This is, it would be the single piece of equipment with the swing set. The other piece, the other proposal that we presented at the joint meeting had a couple more pieces of apparatus that were included. This is more in keeping with the cost considerations that council made at that meeting.
But generally the same layout without the additional pieces.
Correct. It would still be on both sides of the gas line, which
Because of the gas.
is a restriction.
And so the recommendation, if I understand it correctly, is to bring back the tot lot and the resurfacing of the basketball courts in the 2010-11
CIP budget.
improvement budget.
Through the chair, you talked about a trash receptacle. Were we also going to be having a recycling receptacle as well?
It would be a joint unit, yes.
Okay. And then, because you're talking about basically around $50,000 for both, which seems, not unreasonable. What is the cost for the equipment versus the paving? What's the differential?
The cost for the equipment is about $23,000. The cost of the paving was around $12,000. The rest of the costs include the curbing that would go around the playground, the surfacing, which would be the FIBAR type material. So that would handle the rest of the costs. The total cost of the project would be roughly $47,000. We would be coming back with roughly a $50,000 budget for the entire project.
And 23,000 for all the equipment? is
For
what
that
you're
piece of
saying?
equipment, yes.
That would be more expensive for some reason.
This has been going on.
Oh, hold on.
Wait, this has been going
yeah.
on for so long. We're gonna spend $78,000 on a truck faster than we're gonna build a park for $50,000. Why can't we just get a design and move forward? I mean, if you put it in the 2010, 2011 capital improvement budget, you're now not gonna have it in the budget until next June, so nothing's gonna happen for the first half of the year. Then we probably need a half a year to start planning, then we'll probably have a couple more meetings, a couple more hearings, and next thing you know, we're gonna decide the money's not there, and we're gonna move on to something else and it'll sit there. I mean, there's, $50,000 is a lot of money, but $50,000 isn't a lot of money when you're looking at recreation, when hasn't been any recreation there for, I think you said 2 years ago we took the equipment out?
5 years ago.
5 years ago, okay? I think it's time to act. I mean, I would recommend that we move forward. I think the neighborhood has certainly had an opportunity to speak on what they want there, and if they want something there, I think it's time to do it. I mean, there's recreation funds or money that's been put up by developers, not specifically for playground equipment, but for recreation and expanded use, and it's not like you're taking $500,000 of that fund to spend it. I mean, you're talking 50, and maybe you'll wind up, if you're talking 50, you're probably gonna wind up at 75, but I mean, you're still in a relatively small amount of money, and that's just my opinion.
I agree. Franzello's tot lot, they call it.
Through the chair, through the chair.
Irene?
We might entertain listening to the people who came to speak.
Right.
First of all, my name is Kathleen Jordan. I live on Toyon Way. I have watched Catalpa Park disappear slowly in these booklets, okay? Because I would call and say, oh, Catalpa Totland says there's playground equipment, but there isn't. And I'd be told, oh, we're working on it. And then the next book came out and the playground equipment was gone, but there was a bench, or there was, eventually, there is no Catalpa Totland, nothing in your booklets for the last 3-4 books. But there is a basketball court there, and it is used pretty much on a daily basis. So when you're saying that this hasn't been used in a couple of years, yes, it has. And the empty lot that's there is at present being used as a dog park. I went by there today and I took pictures, and I can show them to you, they're on my camera, of dog waste, of weeds, probably 2-3 feet high. But across the street at the police records building, that property is kept perfectly. It's mowed, it's not being maintained. As a resident of Rollingwood, I'm disappointed in the way that this has been handled over the last few years. We depend on you people to keep our neighborhoods up to family orientated so that we can enjoy these parks. We shouldn't have to come here and fight to have a park in our neighborhood. We shouldn't have to come here to fight to have it maintained and kept tidy. I strongly urge you to give this neighborhood back its park in a timely manner. We have waited long enough. Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else wishing to address the council?
My name is Lloyd Cheney. I live at 2610 Fleetwood. Used to be when I was younger, I could probably throw a rock over to that playground. Now it's, I think it's a little farther away from where I live. As I get older, you lose. But anyhow, my kids grew up playing in that park. My grandkids, when they come up to visit, they used to play in the park. I've listened to all your major problems and millions of dollars a day for an hour and a half. And I don't see why in the world you just can't spend the money, take this little park, get it fixed, and get it off your agenda. I thank you.
Thank you.
Dennis Jordan, Town Way, San Bruno. I also thank you, Larry. That's the first time I've ever heard anyone say, you know what, we should have a few dollars in the San Bruno budget, $75,000 to do a little park. We've been waiting for years. It's an absolute disgrace. We got dogs running all over the place, and like my wife said, we can't even get the weeds mowed. We went to Park and Rec meetings, or they were not commission meetings. What were they called? Anyway, whatever they were.
Commission.
Commission meetings, yeah. They promised us that they would keep the weeds down. It hasn't happened. I mean, take a drive by tomorrow, you'll see it. It's so simple. We're not that hard to keep happy, but we've waited long enough. We'd like our park back. Please spend a few dollars. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Through the chair.
Councilmember Medina?
I would say I've heard from a couple other folks in regards to the weeds in the lot as well, that the facility across the street is maintained, but if they're right there, why can't they go across the street and maintain that lot that the city owns? Again, the city needs to lead by example with its properties if we're going to ask residents to do the same. So I would hope that we can obviously maybe look into that tomorrow and ensure the residents that it can be taken care of at the same time when we're maintaining across the street and we're already in the vicinity. I would agree too. I think I know this goes back, I might have even been on the Park and Rec Commission when the apparatus was taken out because of the concerns, and then it was not put in the phase, I believe, 2, and now it's been brought back up. That's why I'm impressed and kind of shocked that it's just $50,000, to be honest with you, for what it entails. And I think the lot across the street, as far as basketball is concerned, has not been paved in decades. Nowadays, people need places to go. The neighbors obviously are something they want to see, and I would agree whether you call it a Larry lot or Franzella lot or whatever, that I'm in for something bigger. Okay, we'll save it. But I'm in favor of also moving forward and not having this wait for the budget process and what would be another year in waiting potentially.
Okay.
I'd like to also just echo that we take a lesson from the Park and Rec Commission, because they went through a good process, and they heard from the neighborhood, and they could have gone on longer in discussing this, and the commission decided, let's move forward and make our recommendation and go to the council and let them delay it. and I think we almost did that, but I think we should keep the momentum going and give the park back.
Okay, with that said, I'll make a motion that staff bring back a plan for the council to approve, accepting the commission's recommendation that the council can approve, and then you can go out to bid.
Second.
Motion and a second. Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. So hopefully before June.
Get those
you might have a park.
weeds.
Yeah.
Okay.